Hey there, guys. All right, so I don't know that I really overly feel like recording today, but I need to get something on on whatever, and I don't know that tomorrow or the next day is going to be any really different right now in that regard. So might as well just go ahead and knock this out and get some stuff done. This is going to be a pretty basic video. Um, I'm going to touch on some things here at the beginning, and then I'm just going to go kill some shit um, because I feel like going and killing some shit. So, last video I said I was going to go and take care of some things, and we've done that. I went ahead and put miners on all of the ore patches that we have available. I went ahead and built a larger logistics network around the power plant so that we can, when the time comes, build this big sucker. And then down here, I expanded my logistics network. Probably going to put another roboport here just to make a section there to go across it too. But this should cover pretty much the entirety of my current factory and get us going. So what I think I'm going to do, I don't need the territory, but I want the territory and I want the resources so that when we go to space, we have it available. We don't have to kind of screw around with things through the map view and what have you. Not that that's a bad thing. It certainly works pretty well. But I think what I'm going to do is we got this cut off right here right now, but I think we're going to cut it off here. And that's going to give us this patch of land, but it's also going to give us a stone and this coal. I can make a land bridge here so that the train can go this way. And then down here, I think we're going to cut off across here. And that's going to give us more uranium, which is not a bad thing. And some more coal and some more copper. And then if we cut across this section here, probably right at the top of the water there, although we could do lower and then go around the water, I think we'll cut off right at the top of the water. That's going to give us some more coal, maybe a little bit of stone. And then if we come down here and we cut this little isthmus in half, there's a word you don't hear every day anymore. And then somewhere up this way, we'll cut this off. That's going to give us a lot more copper. It's definitely going to give us some more iron, which is the one thing we were kind of iffy on, although I guess I could really make it space and send it down if it came to it. It's going to give us some more uranium. And then maybe we'll cut this off, depending on what this looks like up here. If we come up to here, it doesn't make... It wouldn't be that much more to take that little bit. That's going to give us some more uranium and stuff. Mostly it's just going to give us some more space. The other thing I'm looking at doing is, because of the fact that we're going to kind of start changing directions a little bit now, we got the factory, and the factory's making everything we need, albeit in small pieces. We don't have a big mega production right now yet. We are going to work towards that. As you can see, I got rid of the solar panels. We're going to start getting our train network set up here and stuff. But cliff explosives would be nice. And we can't get cliff explosives here. We have to go to Volcanus, however the hell you want to pronounce it. I don't care. To get rid of these cliffs would be nice. I suppose we could nuke them. I think I've seen some people nuking them. Maybe that works. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it because I'm not making nukes right now. But maybe we could do that. But I'd rather just cliff explosive them if we can and get them out of our way. But that requires going to another planet. I'd also like to have the recycler, which requires us going to another planet as well. So either way, we need to go to either Vulcanus or Fulgorum or whatever it is. We're going to stay away from the plant planet for now, but but we need to start looking at going to another planet. So the other thing that I'm thinking that I'm going to do, even though we don't have a huge production here, I'm going to go around to absolutely everything in the list and put down a passive provider chest where we're making them, and if we're not making them, we'll get them started making them, even just a little bit at a time, even if it's just set down a requester chest, a provider chest in a factory and have it do it that way, whatever the case may be. I want access to everything on the list by the network. That way, when we get someplace else, we can go ahead and request it and get it where we need it to go. I don't know what I need to take to some of these other planets yet, and I don't know what it's going to take to make a ship to go to some of these other planets yet. But I do know that we're going to need to be able to get stuff to us if we really have to in an emergency. And once we're there, the only way to do that is going to be through the map. So we need to be able to have that accessible. So I built myself another tank. That was one of the other things I did. And I built myself Mark II power armor. We've got the access to it. We might as well build it. So we went ahead and built the Mark II power armor. And we went ahead and loaded it up with a bunch of personal defense lasers. I know they've been nerfed a little bit, but that's okay. With enough of them, we can overcome that. Got a reactor, got a couple of shields, got some batteries, got some legs to move a little quicker. So that should get us going. I filled us up with a bunch of ammo and stuff, and then I've got 2 tanks. This tank is going to be our construction tank. And I ended up putting a bunch of roboports in it and power for it. I may even take some of these batteries out and put another roboport in. I don't think I need 4 batteries. But for now, we've got it. And then that's going to be, I put in 60 robots. It's 10 for each roboport. 6 roboports, 60 bots. So this is going to be our construction workhorse. This is going to be us going out and clearing stuff. I got more personal lasers in there. I got defense shields in there. We're going to go kill a bunch of biters, and then we're going to build up walls. So that's the plan with what we're fitting to do. I wish that the tanks were like the Spidertrons, that you could have a little Spidertron remote and link all of them together. I don't think you can, but wouldn't it be cool to have a whole line of tanks coming? You'd be like Patton in the desert. So that's the plan. That's what we plan on going and doing. Now I'm just going to go kill stuff. So if you want to turn this video off now, you can. You won't miss much of the other stuff. It's just going to be me kind of rambling and talking to myself, which I do enough of that as it is, I guess. Some people say I do too much. Frankly, I don't care what they think. I stopped caring what people think of me a long time ago. Normally, I kind of let all that stuff go. I usually don't have a whole lot of problems with that on this channel. There's a few people get on and they'll say, you know, they'll give a thumbs down or they'll make some little negative comment, but generally speaking, it's nothing that's that big of a deal. But once in a blue moon, because it is the internet, you'll get one of those people who is looking to get some attention or something because, you know, mommy didn't love them as children or something. I don't know. And then you have to deal with it. And I have been lucky in that I have not had to do that much. But yesterday was one of those days. I ended up having to get rid of somebody, take their comments down, and give them the boot off of the page. I mean, it doesn't completely block them, but they can't comment and be seen anymore, and they can't get the attention they're looking for. You know, that's the way it goes. It is what it is, and people are sometimes what they are. So anyway, like I say, I think I'm going to get down here and kill some stuff. It's kind of one of those days. I filmed this stuff in advance So by the time you guys watch this, it's going to be several weeks down the road. We'll see if things continue and whatnot, and see how I feel. But I think you guys are not unaware of the situations that are going on right now, and uh, we'll see. Like I say, one of the things I'm thinking about um, on the side is maybe doing, not as a video series, but live streaming some stuff. I don't know, and I may record it and put it up here. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But like I had mentioned in the past, um, I've been doing a bunch of tabletop games. So I've been doing a bunch of printing stuff and painting stuff and what have you. And I've been thinking maybe it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Wow, does that give me that much open that much up? Maybe not. I don't know. Um, I guess the tank gives you a big radar view or something. Anyway, I've been thinking about doing some stuff to just kind of spread out a little bit, if it as it were. So we'll see. I'm thinking about it. I haven't decided yet. I need to do something to change some of the dynamic of where I stand, how I feel, what have you. Not just from the perspective of the of current events, but part of that also has to do with the fact that I have a few souvenirs from my time in the Army, and I know some of you guys have probably heard sometimes. Oh, excuse me. There we go. A bit of a breathing issue sometimes, and I go a little loud sometimes. I have a problem with my lung, my right lung. I've got some issues with it. I've got some lumps in my lung and what have you, and so there's things that as time has gone on that I can't do anymore, and so my life is changing. I'm getting older, so maybe I need to make some changes in other parts of that as well. And my thought process is kind of, well, maybe the whole live stream thing wouldn't be a terrible thing. My kids live quite a ways away. They're grown. I'm older, etc., etc., etc. So I don't have the day-to-day interaction with them like you know I might normally have and whatnot, and it is what it is, and generally people just, I live rural here anyway, so I'm not around a lot of people. I have my gaming group that I go to and stuff. That's a good hour drive away and whatnot, so I don't hang out with a lot of people, and it has been suggested that maybe a little more interaction with people would be to my benefit, I guess, would be a word. So that's why I'm kind of thinking about the whole live stream thing. I don't know. We'll see. Remains to be seen, kind of. Well, those shields don't last very long, do they? I guess if you had a bunch of them, or I ramped up their abilities or something, that maybe quality. Maybe that's something we should look at quality for, huh? Carrying all these grenades, I might as well use them, I guess, huh? Why am I not using them? They work really good on worms. I'll go up here and go around. You guys follow me. Well, it's certainly not turret creep, but it's effective. Alright, so maybe rather than going across here, depending on what this is, we may go straight down, just cut this off. We'll walk over here, well, not walk, but we'll drive on over there and see what's over there. See what that looks like on that edge. Well, there's oil there. I'd say that's a good reason to go invade, right? Alright, well. Let's see what we got. Looks like that's probably going to go around that way. So maybe if we came down here, I don't know, we'll have to see what it's like over here. But if we came across here and up here, cut that off. Right now I'm kind of exploring, just to get a feel for what we can claim and whatnot. And then we will clear out an area and then wall it off and go to the next one. I don't know if this is at all of any interest to anybody, but I know. Only got so many fingers and they only reach so far, and sometimes I hit the wrong keys. Alright, let's see if I got my fingers on the right keys now. Yeah, for some reason I was trying to use my pinky apparently on the shift key, and I don't know why, because I really don't need the shift key. But it definitely screwed me up. Alright. Let's get these guys. The big thing is to keep moving. Movement is life in this. If you keep moving, it's harder for the worms to target you. And if you don't get spit on and you keep moving, although we'll get spit on, it will help you to survive. Now I think I put legs in this, didn't I? No, I didn't put any legs in this. Another thing you can do is put legs in it. You can also use atomic fuel, which I'm not making yet, but that helps. We are using rocket fuel as opposed to coal or wood. I mean, you can use anything burnable in these suckers, but some things are better than others. And rocket fuel makes us go a little faster, so it is not a bad thing. Alright, so that curves that way, that curve goes straight down. So I think what we're going to do is want to cut this one off this way, but we can cut this one off down here. Or we can cut it off here. I don't know that this gains us much. Maybe we cut it just right across here, because this doesn't really gain us much because we're not going after that oil. Coming down further doesn't really gain us a whole lot, other than we want to clear this one and maybe these two or these three, because if we come across here with the wall. So let's do that, and then we will wall this area off so that nothing gets back into it, and we'll go ahead and kill off everything inside. try to concentrate throwing the grenades on the worms, because grenades work pretty darn good on the worms. I researched it, but I'm not making them yet. What I need to do is cluster grenades. I like the cluster grenades. We just haven't gotten them yet. I mean, we've got the research for them. We're just not making them. So we need to do that. All right, we'll stop there. You can come to, you can come up here. Come on. There you go. Bye-bye. Don't run into the spit. All right. So, yeah, so if we come across there, that's going to work. Let's clear out a couple of these lower ones so that we can get this done and what have you. And then that will clear out this section. And if you zigzag, it makes it a lot harder for the worms to hit you. Although, when you just drive through the vomit, that doesn't exactly help. There we go. Has it always been that the bots try to repair the other bots? I don't remember. I do know that now it apparently is a thing that the bots will go and run out and repair other bots. And it is a good way to lose bots, because if they're getting damaged by, say, a worm and they're getting spit on, and other bots run out there to repair them, you get this kind of loop thing where they end up trying to fix each other. And you can't fix other people. You can only fix yourself. Right? You go away. Alright, where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. Get down here and get this big one while it's light. And when I'm attacking, I try to attack the spawner nests before I attack the beasties, because if you get rid of the spawner's nest, they can't make more beasties. You guys were fixing to build another set of spawner nests. I caught you. You die now. It used to be that you could just do some really heavy damage to the nests just by running them over. Not nearly so much anymore. You gotta really be running at them to have enough oomph to do any kind of serious damage to them. We'll let these guys repair first. We're getting a little low. Want to die. Not right now, anyway. It's not like I'm getting any younger. Eventually I'm going to, but I think 60's a little too early. I guess it kind of depends on who you look at in my family with regards to longevity. I'm almost 61 in March. And my grandparents, my grandmother lived to be in her mid to late 80s. She got to be in pretty bad shape towards the end, but she had diabetes pretty bad. Didn't take care of herself. She would sit and eat a pound of grapes as soon as look at them. So she had several diabetic strokes and what have you, but she lived to be 83 or something like that. My grandfather lived to be 93. So, you know, that's good prospects, I guess, for longevity. But on the other hand, my mom got cancer when she was 61 or 60 or 61, I don't remember exactly which, and died when she was just about 62 from cancer. So she was, you know, not exactly old. She was my age. On the flip side, and then my dad, he was 73 when he died. Had a heart attack and passed away. So I'm kind of all over the spectrum, I guess, if you look at family history. So who knows? But yeah, I think 61-ish is a little too soon, or at least, you know, I like to think that 61 is a little too soon. On the other hand, I do have certain mementos from my time in service, and as I've gotten older, those have manifested themselves more and more. Got the lung issue. I've got degenerative arthritis in a couple of my joints and stuff like that from, you know, stupid army stuff. So it is what it is. I've got multiple lumps in my right lung that had the VA look at them and whatnot. I've got documented exposure for several things: asbestos, methyl ethyl ketone, JP8, which is supposed to be apparently pretty nasty stuff. Um, but according to the VA, the lumps that showed up in my lung, they don't know what they are. They don't know what caused them. They don't know how to treat them. But what they know for absolute certain is they're not service connected. So, you know. Now, how can you not know what they are and what have you, but know that they're not service connected? Don't ask me. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. But because of that, they don't, you know, not that I want anything or benefit. I wouldn't call it a benefit, but I don't have any disability or anything from it or whatever. But it does cause me problems, sometimes more than others. I'm real susceptible to chest infections and stuff like that for some reason. Because of it, I get a fair number of chest infections. And wintertime is bad. So, you know, it is what it is. But that's, you know, you'll hear me breathing sometimes. And that's what that's got to do with. But, you know, you live with it. You learn to adapt and overcome, as it were, I guess. Oops. But sometimes it does make you wonder, you know, when you're going to get your ticket punched, I suppose. Now, I have, with everything that's going on, told a few people that, well, you know, you break it, you bought it, and it's going to be your problem a lot longer than it's going to be my problem, because I'm probably not going to be around nearly as long as some people. I used to joke when I was younger. Oh, when I was younger. Used to make the joke, you know, when it hurts to pee, it's time to go. And that's less funny than it used to be. I mean, it's still funny because I have something of a dark sense of humor. I think most people in the military do. But yeah, it used to be kind of one of those things. I used to, oh, when it hurts to pee, it's time to go. But man, I'll tell you what, I'm getting closer to that hurts to pee, time to go thing all the time. Now I kind of, I don't regret those jokes, but makes you think. Definitely makes you think about your mortality, I suppose. All right. So we're going to go ahead and grab the tank, and we're going to run one line up here on the one side and get it plugged in, and then I don't think I'm going to use the tank to come down the other side. I think we're just going to come down the other side, because I don't drive real well. Not this tank, anyway. Maybe a different controller. I'm using the keyboard. What do you guys use when you play? Do you use a keyboard? You use just the keyboard? Does anybody use any kind of controllers? Apparently, I know there's that. What is it? The Switch or whatever, or the Steam console thing is a big thing now. Apparently, I guess. So, but I don't have those. I'm just an old PC guy. Well, PC and Mac. I actually use both. I have both. Um, because of editing and stuff like that. The photography stuff that I was doing for a while, I had a Mac. I actually broke down recently and got my very first iPad. I got crap, and now we're stuck because they built walls against the tank, and we're stuck and we can't back up. There we go. Because of gaming and stuff, and being back into tabletop gaming, I'm a old pencil and paper gamer from way back, but um, they now, you know, all the character sheets and everything else are all PDF. So I broke down and bought my first iPad about a month ago. I'm liking it. The other thing that I like about it is that I can use it for 3D sculpting, and I'm finding the pen tool, or the pen, the iPen or whatever it is. I'm finding I really kind of like it. When I first learned to do 3D work, I learned Maya and I learned Blender, and it was all computer keyboard, and it was difficult for me to wrap my head around being able to manipulate things in 3D space using the keyboard. But I am finding that with the iPad and the pen and the iPen or whatever, it's a lot easier for me to manipulate that stuff than it was before. So it's another one of those things that I'm starting to get back into doing. I went to school for it. I did a lot of it. Same thing with photography. I went to school for it. I did a lot of it. And then all of a sudden I stopped. And I just, like photography, I haven't picked up a camera in months and months and months and months. I don't know why. I just haven't. You know what? We forgot. We forgot radar. And it's been the same thing with 3D modeling. I just haven't picked it up. And now with this iPad, I started doing it again. And with winter coming, and kind of being stuck inside a bit more, although today is beautiful out, I should really be outside. I just, again, don't feel the need, the urge, the whatever right now, today. So, I'm playing games. But I'm trying to start to get back into some of that, because with the tabletop gaming and miniatures, I mean, I've got a few subscriptions that where I get minis for, but you're always looking for like specific things, and they don't necessarily make them. And with the ability to do my own sculpting, I can get like custom, if you will, stuff that works with what I want to work with. So I'm enjoying getting back into that, and I'm enjoying getting into the 3D printing stuff. And with winter coming, I'm gonna be inside more. Again, because of this lung and issues with it and what have you. So, and getting older, I'm not as able as I used to be in certain respects. I mean, there was a day I'd go all day long carrying, you know, 150-pound sacks of grain and shit. And, I grew up on a farm, but nowadays, moving that stuff around is not the simple thing it used to be. So yeah, I think we'll cut this one off down here and up here. But I need to have something to occupy my time, so or my mind mostly. So that sort of thing is kind of picking itself back up. I used to read all the time. I used to go through 4, 5, 6 books a week. But again, getting old, eyesight being what it is, I went from 2010 in one eye, 2015 in the other eye to now I wear bifocals. I don't need the bifocals. I find them convenient because it's 2 different focus issues for me with computer. I have a problem with near things, and the computer is at a different distance than the desk is. So the bifocals come in handy for if I'm writing versus if I'm on the computer. So now I have the bifocals, but it's more a convenience thing than it is a have to have. Well, I guess it's a have to have both, but it's a convenience thing to have the bifocals as opposed to switching lenses, switching glasses all the time. But it's kind of funny, again, the if it hurts to pee, it's time to go thing. The things that when you're younger you kind of scoff at or laugh at and poo-poo about other, about old people, whatever. One of these days, it's there but for the grace of God go I kind of thing. Laugh while you can, because at some point, it's going to be you. What's that, John Lithgow? Laugh while you can, the monkey boy. Because one day it's going to be you. And then you won't be laughing so much. Oops, ran into something. Test, and I haven't tested it, but I need to test. The reason I'm running with lasers on me and lasers in the tank is it used to be, and I hope they haven't changed that. That both sets of lasers fired. So let's. Man, I don't know if now's the right time to do this or not. But if we take these lasers out, right, and we have our lasers in us, let's see if just our lasers are firing. Because if just our lasers are firing, then that means that both yes, okay, good. So that's firing. So now let's experiment in the other direction. Probably in the middle of combat is not the best time to be doing this, but I never claimed to be smart. So let's put these back. Oops. come on. And then take these out. I know the ones. Well, I know the ones in the tank are firing, and so now we know that ours are firing, and the ones in the tank are firing. So it's a good, you know, it's good to have both. It's good to be the king. Now the downside to going through and doing all of this is we're going to increase our evolution, and we're going to start to see behemoths. But that's okay, because we'll have pushed these guys so far out at that point. It's not going to matter nearly so much. How we doing on bots and stuff? We're doing all right on bots. We're doing all right on repair items. How we doing on ammo? We're doing okay on ammo. So we're working our way down here to get this not cut off. Let's go down here and then come back and get these guys. Yikes, we may not have wanted to do this. As long as we can keep moving. There we go, now we can repair. We got most of them. Probably wasn't the smartest way to do it, but go do a drive-by without running into something and getting stuck. There we go. Got them out of that little point down there. How are we doing? Let's go take this guy out, and then we can wall that off. How are we looking at? mind me, I'm just a trailer park girl. Right. Alright, let's see. So this one, I think what I'm going to do, I think we're just going to wall it off, but we're not going to run the electric down yet. I think we'll just wall it off just to keep everybody out of here. I think we'll go from the point to the point. Until we get everybody killed up there, there's no sense going crazy. We're getting lasers and electric down here. I just want to ensure that nobody comes back to fill shit in. Alright, so it looks like that ends there. So if we come down, it looks like we got to do this one, this one, this one, and those ones. We are right at almost an hour now, but I'm just going to keep right on going with this. Since all it is just me killing stuff. And you guys can... Most of you have probably already turned it off. I can't say that I blame you. And for those who have, you're not missing anything. And for those of you who haven't, you're killing shit. Come on, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Go, 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 go. That was probably a mistake, but we made it. That was a little close. Thank God for dedicated little bots. Alright, let's get down here and get the rest of these worms. Alright. Alright. Alright, so... yeah, so if we go straight up to that corner, that means we want to take that one and that one. Alright, straight up from here, basically, is what we want. We don't care about that one, I guess, because we're not going to be lined up with that one. What do we got here? This is a big one. This one's going to get ugly. But we just stick to the outside and slowly chew away at it. Without running into the cliffs and stopping ourselves, please. There's the greeny meanies. me alone. Let me get repaired. Alright, are we ready? Let's go down and get some more of them. Oh, so bad was it? Another really big one, but we'll get enough room on this one that we can keep just right on trucking around the outside. Just spam the crap out of them with grenades. I gotta get close to grenades, man. There we go. Wasn't so bad, was it? Okay, looks like one more really big one. And then we can start looking at the walls. Ooh. Another big one over there, too. Maybe I should start investing in gas capsules too. Those do really well on the worms. Alright. We need to repair need to get ourselves some breathing room here real quick so we can repair. Alright, let's get them. Don't run into the spawners, damn it. Taking a risk here because I know I'm really low on damage, but we're also almost done with these guys. All right. Let's see. We got these two here to do, and then the wall is pretty well secure. You know, the path for the wall is pretty well secured. So let's do that. Right, okay. Oh, we're out of grenades. Well, we gotta do this without the grenades now. Just gonna make it a little tougher. That's alright. We'll get it though. I wish that the tank flamethrower was as good as the personal flamethrower, because tank flamethrower, the flames don't stick around. The way they do with the personal flamethrower. Come on, damn it. That was almost not good. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. We can do it. We can come down here and take care of these three. I'm going to build this wall. Alright, let's go over here and get these guys. Yeah, we planned for that. It was just a temporary measure. They can chew on those walls all they want to. It's not really killing anything other than walls. It was just there to prevent migration for right now. Till we get this next wall down there. Which we are at that point now, to where we can. Just gotta finish this group up. Should we? Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to come down first with the walls and get it blocked off, and then we'll deal with that. really what we should do, shit, let me look at this. What we should really do is go ahead and wire that down and then do this so that we can either that or take these ones out so that we can run the wire over here. Let's go up, run and run the wire over there. Let's take those small ones out, run the wires up to where we want them to be. So yeah, they may have nerfed the personal laser some, but by God, it's still effective, in my opinion. Alright, we'll let that build that. Meanwhile, let's drag this out here and we will come back for that. Remember where we parked. And don't lock your keys in the car. All right. Now. We might not, we might want to come back and take care of those guys first. Let's grab the tank. Now that we got the wire up there, let's grab the tank, go up and take care of these two nests here, and then start running the wall. And if we were smart, we would do it with a blueprint. So let's go take these guys out real quick. There we go. Now let's decide where we're going to put this thing. And I think right off of the edge of that is probably going to be probably adequate right there. Right, right, create blueprint. Then we'll put this back. There we go. Now, as long as we don't run into our stuff, I have a feeling we're going to run out of walls. Try something. All right, so now before we get away from the planet, I want to verify that this works. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Let's put these back in there. Because this has... No, this one doesn't have, because this is the combat one. Crap. Well, so much for that thought. And I thought I was being smart. I was going to test the whole remote build thing, and I can't. I don't have robo ports in this one because this one isn't the builder. I am out of lasers on the other hand. So we'll see how many walls we can lay down here. Because if we can get the walls laid down, at least, then if we kill everything off in here, it won't come back. Well, it could come back through the walls, but it'll eliminate the migration. We might have just enough walls. We'll find out. And what I'm going to do is once we finish this up, I think we're going to end it. It's been an hour and a half already, or almost an hour and a half. So we get this finished up, I will end this video, and I'm just going to spend part of the day just wiping biters out. And then next episode we will deal with placing a whole bunch of chests. Not running into things. Well, we're almost there. we doing on walls? We're doing all right. Okay, so I am just going to go ahead and run a line down there. I know there's some biter nests that have formed. We'll just run this line down so that it's ready. We'll kill that biter's nest to get rid of them. Maybe it's a little bigger than I thought it was. Maybe we won't kill it right now. We'll just go down here and fix the wall. Yeah. Well, it ain't so bad. But we're not going to kill it by hand. Not with greeny meanies there. We're going to go back and we're going to get some lasers and we're going to come down there and finish that wall and what have you, but we're going to do that off camera. I think I am done at this point with the video, and I think we're going to I'm going to finish the rest of it off camera, and then I'm going to clear those other areas and whatnot. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.